But it is still within that pattern. And the governments are trying to solve these problems separately. You follow? France by itself, Russia by itself. It's a human problem. Therefore, it has to be approached not with a Washington mind or a London mind or a Moscow mind, with a mind that is human, that says, look, this is our problem, and for God's sake, let's get together and solve it. Which means care, which means accepting responsibility for every human being. So this would come back, as we said, order comes only with the understanding of disorder. In that there is no superimposition, in that there is no conflict, in that there is no suppression. When you suppress, you react, you know all that business. So it is totally a different kind of movement, order. And that order is real virtue. Because without virtue, there is no order. There's gangsterism.
Oh, yes.
Politically or in the other way, religiously. But without virtue, virtue being conduct. The flowering in goodness every day. It is not a theory, so it actually takes place when you live that way.
You know, the hexagram in the I Ching called conduct is also translated treading.
Treading.
Treading, meaning a movement.
Of course.
A movement. And that's a vastly different understanding of the usual notion of conduct. Yes, but I understand from what you've said that your use of the word conduct as virtue, as order, is precisely oriented to act, movement.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See, a man who acts out of disorder is creating more disorder. The politician, look at his life, sir. Ambitious, greedy, seeking power, position.
Running for election.
Election, all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And he is the man that's going to create order in the world. The tragedy of it, and we accept it, you follow?
Yes, we believe it's inevitable. We do.
And therefore we are irresponsible.
Because he did it and I didn't. Yes, yes.
Because we accept disorder in our life. I don't accept disorder in my life. I want to live an orderly life, which means I must understand disorder. And where there is order, the brain functions much better.
There is a miracle here, isn't there?
Absolutely, that's the miracle.
There's a miracle here. As soon as I grasp the movement of disorder.
The mind grasps, yeah.
Yes. Behold, there's order.
That's just it, sir.
That's truly miraculous. Perhaps it's the one and only miracle.
Well, there are the miracles, but
I mean, in the deepest sense of the word,
Oh, yeah.
all of them would have to be related to that, or we wouldn't have any of them, is what I meant. The real heart, the real core.
That's why, sir, relationship, communication, responsibility, freedom, and this freedom from disorder is a great sense of beauty in it. You know, a life that is beautiful, a life that is really flowering in goodness. Unless we bring about such human beings, the world will go to pot.
Yes.
This is what's happening. And I feel it's my responsibility. And to me that I'm passionate about it. It's my responsibility. To see that when I talk to you, you understand it, you live it, you function, move in that way.
I come back to this attention thing. The enormous emphasis that you've made on staying totally attentive to this. I think I begin to understand something of the phenomenon of what happens when a person begins to think that they're taking seriously what you're saying. I didn't say begins to take it seriously. They think they're beginning to. As a matter of fact, they begin to watch themselves lean in to it. But of course, nothing started yet. But something very strange happens in the mind when this notion that I'm leaning in. I start to get terribly afraid. I become terribly fearful of something. Next time, could we discuss fear?
You know, so there is